The Great Wall built overnight. One day in 1950, at the peak of the Korean War, the whole family, except the mother, from one of our neighbors, was killed during an air raid. Apparently, they were walking around Seoul railway station when the US airplanes come by, attacking the train that carries supplies for the North Korean army. If I recall, killed were the father and the two children, both a few years older than me. Such a tragedy was not uncommon during the war, but it happened very close to our home. That was the frightening part. The neighbors did what they could to comfort the widow as best as they could. About a month later, the widow came across a man who seemed to be aimlessly wandering. Albeit clad in tatter, he was not just a drifter but seems to be well educated. As it turned out, he also lost his entire family while fleeing from the north. Perhaps out of pity, she initiated the conversation, or it might have been the other way around, him begging her for something to eat. The upshot was that she had him stay at her place. A few days later, we learned that they were getting married, making their cohabitation more or less legitimate and proper. My parents were saying that it was one of those few pieces of good news in the neighborhood in a while. What was their lovemaking like? It must have been tender but compassionate, sad but with renewed hope and joy. They must have talked and talked all night, building the Great Wall of China overnight. This story is from entry number 500 in A Dog Barking at the Moon, my fifth book on Korean proverbs. It will come out this summer.